Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best deck for the Goblin Queen journey. Now, as you guys know, I will never just send you guys some random decks and say to use them. So I actually took the time to really go through and figure out what deck is the best. As you can see, I'm almost at 600 trophies already. And, you know, this deck is using Goblin Giant, and unfortunately, I don't really think there is a way to get around not using Goblin Giant in this, at least in the first arena. We'll see if it changes in the second arena as the new cards start to become unlocked. But I think you kind of have to use it because it seems like the meta in this is going to be finding the best balance between your support cards while also having as many goblin cards as possible. He's probably going to get a little bit of damage here because the Goblin Demolisher is likely to get on my tower, but that's okay because we do get some really good damage on the left side. And as you guys can see, I'm already in the damage lead, and it's purely because of the Goblin Queen ability. And that's why you want to have as many Goblin decks as you can, or Goblin cards in your deck as you can. And I see a lot of people using Bowler in this meta. I personally prefer Mother Witch, and I find that even people who are using Bowler, I'm still outcycling them and beating them. So I would definitely stick with Mother Witch in this deck. You could run Bowler if you want, but I'm having a lot more success, and I'm finding I'm beating people that are using Bowler pretty significantly. So let's go ahead, let's log here, and then I'm just going to get the Goblin Cage down to defend this. Now, you know, also, guys, we have a little bit of a running joke calling Benny sus, but all of you involved in this comment chain right here, you guys are absolutely diabolical. I'm sending you guys straight to horny jail because that was crazy, honestly. But anyways, there is his Goblin Queen ability. We're going to take a bit of damage here, I think, but that's okay. I could try to get to my arrows, but actually, no, this could work out well for me. Because he used a decent amount of elixir there. We're still in the damage lead, actually, which is fine. Let's go ahead and split the Goblin Gang in the back because we want to try to time our Goblin Giant for when we have the Goblin Queen ability. So let's go ahead, let's Goblin Cage right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and Goblin Giant on the left side here, and the Bowler is going to be stuck defending for a little bit. This guy has Mega Knight and Goblin Giant, which is absolutely diabolical, but I think we're gonna get the tower on the left side. We can go ahead and log here, and then let's get another Goblin Demolisher down here. The Mother Witch is coming in absolutely clutch, and one thing I also find is it's really not a big deal if the Goblin Demolisher does get on your tower. It's not like it does like an absurd amount of damage to the point where, you know, you can't defend it or anything. It's just 500 damage, and so sometimes in this challenge it does make sense to almost let it get on your tower and then, you know, just go on and counter push or whatever. But that's a good win, and so let's go on into the next match. Alright guys, next matchup. Now, at the time of making this video, I am around the top 600, top 700 in the world. It'll probably go down a little bit by the time you guys are seeing this, but so I will be making videos definitely this week on the new meta and kind of going over what is good. I'm using Mortar still in the top 1000 and having a ton of success with it, which is awesome. But I did want to give you guys some content on the new update because who doesn't want to see that? So if you guys do enjoy this, if you guys light this video up, then I will make a video on the next arena and, you know, some more content of this by tomorrow even, if you guys can light this up. So feel free to comment and let me know how you guys are liking this update and how you feel about it. I'm gonna go ahead and Goblin Giant here. It's kind of reckless, but I want to do it, and then he's going to have to use his Goblin Gang, so let's use the arrows to counter that, and we're going to get the Goblin Giant on the tower, which is amazing, and the Spear Goblins are on the tower as well, so that really did pay off. We took a bit of a risk, and it paid off for sure. Now I'm going to have to Goblin Cage here, just because I don't have the greatest counter. There he Goblin Barreled. That's perfect, because we waited a little bit to take some damage, and then we got amazing log value, and that is perfect. And that's something I'm finding in this as well, is honestly, the meta is like way different than it is in something like Trophy Road or, you know, Ladder Path of Legends, where, you know, like you're almost trying to stop yourself from taking damage. It seems like in this one, it is inevitable that you have to take damage, and so you just kind of have to deal with that and hopefully not get slammed because of it. But he went ahead and used his log. I'm going to go ahead and Goblin Barrel on the right side while we have the Goblin Giant going on the left. Because he played the Bowler in the back, it kind of gave us the ability to really pressure him. And then we're going to have to deal with a pretty nasty counter push here. So let's go ahead, let's get a Mother Witch down just to be ready for whatever is coming. And then honestly, I'm going to get a Demolisher down as well. He's going to go ahead and he's going to play the Drill and then a Goblin Barrel. So let's go ahead and log right now, and we will get one of the Goblins, which is nice. Let's get the Goblin Cage down to catch the Bowler so that he doesn't lock onto our tower, and we're chilling. And then, okay, how do we want to do this? Let's go ahead and Goblin Gang, because now we get the Goblin Queen ability, and then let's go ahead and Goblin Giant in the pocket, and then they're going to come out. He used his log as well, so we're going to go in with our Goblin Barrel, and the Goblin Queen ability is going to help us take out the what's it called, the Goblin Giant. So let's go ahead and get another Mother Witch down here, but that's going to be a pretty nice win. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and let's go right on into the next matchup. Alright you guys, next matchup, let's go ahead and Goblin Barrel right here on the tower for our first play. We might as well. He's going to use his arrows, which is I mean, it's an even trade, and I'm not mad about that. He's going to Goblin Giant in the back, which is kind of annoying because we just played our Demolisher on the opposite side. Let's go ahead and Goblin Cage right here, and then why don't we get our Mother Witch down just to kind of give the support. I'm gonna log to get rid of the Dark Goblin because the Dark Goblin is so freaking annoying. He's got Golden Knight, which is interesting. I haven't really seen that too much in this challenge yet. I'm banking on him popping that ability, so I'm gonna wait to play a counter, and then if he doesn't pop it, I mean, then we're chilling. Let's go ahead, because he used his arrows, let's go for a Goblin Barrel right there on the tower. And this is what I mean when I say the Mother Witch is amazing, because that was nice. Let's go ahead and Goblin Gang right here, since he used his log, and we're just kind of keeping the pressure up. He's going to play the Spear Goblins, and then probably what we'll do is we'll cycle a Goblin Cage on defense, and then we'll pop a Goblin Giant on the right side with the Queen ability, and then we should get chip damage on the left side, and we'll kind of force him to play some counters, and we have the Goblin Cage down to protect us for this crazy push that we're going to go for. So let's go ahead and do it right now, and then let's get a Goblin Demolisher right behind the Goblin Giant. Has this guy given up? Because I think he realized that he's absolutely cooked. Yeah, I think that is going to be a win for us. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and let's just go right on into the next one. Alright guys, next matchup, and for our first play, we're just cycling the Goblin Cage because, you know, I feel like it's a pretty safe play, and it's just, it gives us a little Goblin cycle, and, you know, it's nothing too risky. He's going to Goblin Giant in the back, and then he's going to give us a good luck, which is interesting. So I'm going to Goblin Giant right here at the front, and then I'm going to Goblin Barrel, because if I can get lucky and force him to use a spell, then he's going to be in trouble. And the Mother Witch as well is going to help out with that Goblin hut, so he definitely messed up on that one. Let's give him a good luck back, because, you know, he messed up there, and then we can go ahead and log. He's gonna pop good game already. Honestly, this deck is just, it's the rage quit master at this point. I feel like we're getting wins like constantly, and so let's see if this guy gave up. We'll give it a second. But yeah, we're catching dubs across the board here, which I'm very happy about. Looks like he gave up, so we might as well just go right on into the next matchup. Alright guys, next matchup, let's go ahead and cycle a Goblin Cage just to start here. He's going to go ahead and play the Goblin Giant in the opposite lane, which is crazy, but that's okay, we're chilling. And then probably what we'll do is we'll just play the Goblin Gang right away, see if we can get him to play a spell, and then we'll wait a second, and we'll Mother Witch here as well. And that should be a pretty easy defense. I can go ahead and log right here to defend that Goblin Barrel, and then I don't think his Goblin Demolisher will get onto our tower here, so what we could do is we could counter push with the Goblin Giant, and then that Dark Goblin will be annoying obviously, but the Goblin Giant should help take it out, and then we'll have our spell ready to take out this Goblin Gang. Boom, that is beautiful, and I think we're gonna take that tower pretty quick here, or at the very least get it incredibly low. So that is a solid start. I'm happy with that. We're in a good position, but we do have to be careful because it seems like in this game mode, it's like you take damage and then you give damage and then you take damage and you give damage, and he's got his ability already, so that's always a little scary. Let's go ahead and Goblin Barrel, see if we can bait out a spell so that we can use our Goblin Gang defensively. Oh my goodness, we made him use his ability there, so we can defend that pretty easily. And then I don't know if I want to, okay, actually I was going to say I don't know if I want, like, how I want to counter the challenger, but now because he played the Goblin Giant, we can go ahead and play the Mother Witch and then defend everything here. And then again, his Goblin Demolisher, actually, okay, we're just going to let this go here. I know what you guys are thinking, like, Benny, that's so much damage to take, but just trust me, alright? I've got a plan here. Will it work? I honestly have no idea, but we do have our Goblin ability here, and we do also have the Goblin Giant. So let's go ahead, let's go with the Demolisher, let's go with the Giant, and then we're gonna go in here. Let's see if we can get him to use the log. Let's use our log, and then we have the arrows ready for the Goblin Gang. There it is. Let's go ahead and arrows, and then the challenger is getting a ton of damage on the tower, and he might even get a charge off. He does. That is crazy. Let's go ahead and barrel here, and then that was a good Goblin Giant there for him. We're gonna have to log here, and then Okay, we're gonna have to play the cage here. Boom, right there. Ooh, this is gonna be so close, man. Oh my goodness, that was well played by him. That was a pretty solid counter push. Let's go ahead and Goblin Gang here, and then let's get a Goblin Barrel, and then let's get some arrows on the tower. Boom, get that down. Tower is down, and then there's his. So let's go ahead and Mother Witch here, I guess, and then we're gonna have to log one side, just because I think that would be a little too much for the Mother Witch to deal with. But the Mother Witch should get some really good value now, which is nice. So let's go ahead, let's get a Goblin Gang on the Dark Goblin just to kind of get rid of it. He Goblin caged in the back, so let's go ahead and use our Goblin Giant, and then let's get a Goblin Barrel on the tower, and then let's get our Goblin Cage down just to be safe. We can go ahead and log right here to kind of help out with our Goblin Giant to get some more damage, and then let's get a Goblin Gang on the other side, really just to keep the pressure up on this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and Mother Witch here because his Goblin Queen ability is gonna come out, but we do have the Goblin Cage still alive, and that is going to be a 3 crowns. So let's give him a good game, and let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into his last matchup. Let's end this on a W. He's gonna go ahead and play the Knight and then the Dark Goblin, so we're just gonna use our arrows in the Goblin Cage to kind of cycle and see what goes on here. Pretty easy defense, nothing too crazy or anything. He's gonna play his Goblin Cage to defend, and then also his Goblins. He's spending quite a bit of elixir here. Whoa, okay. Let's go ahead and Goblin Gang here, I guess, and then we are going to have to play our Demolisher, and he might, I don't know why we played our Goblin Gang, now that I think about it. We're still getting used to that interaction. We are going to take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. And then he's going to use his log, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's Mother Witch, and then we're going to Goblin Giant in a second here. What is this guy doing? Oh my goodness, this guy is the king of being aggressive. Holy crap, but it's working. I feel like we can't get anything going. Okay, let's go ahead and Goblin Barrel here. Am I miscounting elixir or something? What's going on here? He's gonna play the arrows. Let's go ahead and Goblin Gang here, and then let's just play our Goblin Demolisher here so that we don't have to use our arrows, and then we kind of have like a counter push going. I feel like when people are spamming cards the most, if you can just make sure that you have a counter push that they have to defend, then it becomes more annoying for them to deal with. He's going to play the Goblin Cage, which is absolutely ridiculously dumb, because we're going to go in now with the Goblin Giant on the opposite lane, and I think this guy's cooked. I don't really know how he's going to defend any of this. We're going to get some really good damage. We're going to Mother Witch on this side, and then honestly, it was more of just a distraction at this point because she got shredded, but we did take the tower, and we got some really good damage on the left side. Now, do I want to ignore his Goblin Demolisher? I think I'm going to log, and I'm going to just ignore it. I'm going to eat that damage. It's only 500. And we are definitely up in elixir right now, which is nice. So, you know, we kind of want to take advantage of that. Let's go ahead and Goblin Cage here. Boom. And then let's go ahead and Goblin Gang. And let's Goblin Demolisher just on the far side, because the Goblin Gang obviously was going to get destroyed. And then we can just wait a second. And let's go in with our Goblin Giant, and then why don't we Goblin Barrel, but we try to bait him. Let's throw the Goblin Barrel all the way back, and then let's see what he does. Boom, we got him with the bait. So let's go in with a Mother Witch in the pocket now to kind of add some extra support, and then let's go with the Goblin Gang, and that's going to be tower down, and then that is definitely going to be good game. So let's give him a good game. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want another video tomorrow, or you know, as soon as possible, make sure you guys like this video up, but I will see you guys in the next one.